there's 4 stages to successful marketing on Facebook. And the first thing is getting the right tools in place for your traffic attraction content machine. The second thing is that you need to start getting buyers onto your fan page and or your email list. And the third is structuring your network in the right way. Because if you add the right people strategically into your network from the very beginning, you're going to be able to reach the masses. What most people do is they try and go and add a whole ton of people at the beginning. They don't get a targeted market. They don't get targeted people on there, and they're trying to just get numbers, and they end up going about it the wrong way and the long way, and they do it really slowly and painfully. Do it the right way, add the right people into your network strategically, and then you're able to go and start exploding your network faster than anybody else is able to do out there. The next thing that you need to know is about the fan page launch cycle. There is a progression that you need to take people through in order to go and lead them to the point where they want to go and buy from you. And that's another thing that most people really get wrong. It's not just about sharing random content. It's really about taking them through, I guess, what you would call an ascension process, where you lead them onto the fan page and then you get them onto your email list, and then you start to kind of increase the intimacy with people, which I'm going to be talking about a little bit in a moment. So what's the tools that you need to go and make money? Well, the first thing is that you need a simple website or blog. The next thing is that you need a Facebook fan page. You need a like button, which we're going to be talking about. You need something called a like box, and I'm going to explain about that in a minute. Finally, that you need a way to go and message people, so that can be through your fan page, through email, through SMS, if you want to, is a very powerful method of communication. And last but not least, obviously, that you need something to sell. That kind of helps when you want to make money. Now, it doesn't need to be something of your own. It can be something of somebody else's, and you can make very good money as an affiliate marketer. And in fact, like in my own case, for many, many months at the beginning, that I was making money purely, actually, out of affiliate marketing. And so it's a very, very powerful, powerful tool. So the question everybody asks me is, Robert, are people actually making money on Facebook, or is it just a bunch of people fooling around sharing photos? So instead of, us guessing or me, telling you, yes, I think it's the greatest thing since sliced bread, let's go and have a look and examine the facts. So the first thing is that the average Facebook user is a member of a number of different business pages on Facebook. Just to clarify, some people get confused. There's, they used to call it fan pages. Now, they changed the terminology, over to business pages, but it's interchangeable. When people say business pages on Facebook, it's the same thing as fan pages. Now, let's have a look at what's happened, over the last year or so, as a result of Facebook launching their fan pages and making certain changes which took place fairly recently that made them so massively viral. 5.4 billion people have joined Facebook's business pages. Now, some people ask me, how is it possible 5.4 billion people when there's 500 million people on the platform? Well, the simple answer is, like I said before, that the average user is a member of a number of different business pages. Is everybody with me so far? Please type in yes into the chat just to let me know. Awesome. Ton of yeses. Okay, so let's move on. So the thing is that it's not just huge brands that are using Facebook. There's 1.5 million local businesses using Facebook business pages as well. I wanted to share with you a recent study that was done by a company called Syncaps, that they interviewed 4,000 consumers across multiple markets, and they found some pretty shocking results. They measured the average value of a fan from the 20 brands that were included in that research, and they found on average per year that fans were spending an additional $71.84 on products for which they are fans of compared to the non-fans. Okay, so they took all of these guys, 4,000 people, they took the fans versus the non-fans and found the average that there was a big increase in spending from people that are fans of those specific brands. And they found not only $71.84 that fans were spending more than non-fans on average in the year, but they also found that fans are 28% more likely to go stick to your brand. And they also found that fans are 41% more likely to recommend your product to their friends. And I wanted to go and show you just, some of the specific results very, very quickly and fly through them because they're pretty astounding. The first company was Nokia, and as you can see here, non-fans were spending on average per year $63.86 from those people that were part of the survey. Fans were spending over double that at $171.22. BlackBerry, $97, non-fans, 132 fans. Motorola, over double, 69 non-fans, 160 fans. And big increase for Secret, big increase for Gillette. Seeing similar things with Dove, where there's over double again. Victoria's Secret, a substantial increase. Adidas as well. Nike, we're seeing over double. Coca-Cola, that we're seeing a huge increase. Oreo, the similar kind of thing. Skittles, Nutella, which is over here, which is nearly double. Red Bull, same kind of thing, massive increase over double. Pringles, PlayStation, Xbox, similar results. Starbucks, over double again. And this was the one that kind of surprised me, and that was McDonald's, where they were spending over double again. Simple fact is that when it's used correctly, that Facebook makes more money. But I want to go and bring these numbers down to the regular people just like you and me. Because from the huge corporations that we've been involved with millionaire marketers like Alex Mandossian promoting Sir Richard Branson on campaigns that have brought in over $100,000 in revenue in just a few days, all the way down to startups from, we've had like well over now 1,200 students from various different niches, people from startups, absolute newbies, medium-sized businesses as well. All the way down to these people, when they've used Facebook correctly, that these statistics have proven to be true across the board. Now, it's really, really important, speaking to you as an internet marketer, that we understand the enormous, enormous shifts that have taken place on the internet just over the last year, and specifically in the last few months, as a direct result of Facebook. Okay, so pay attention to this because it's really important. First of all, let's cast our minds back in history and remember how things used to be in the Web 1.0 days. We used to sit there and wait for people to go search on Google or Yahoo in the hope that they're going to go and find us. The thing is that in order to do that, we had to be on the first page of Google, or we need to learn how to go and optimize our ads so that people are clicking on those ads. And we also had to have the money to go and be able to do that. Today, getting search engine traffic can cost a fortune, and you're restricted very severely by many, many strict rules from Google's strict rules and regulations. I'm not going to be one of those idiots who says that you can't make money on Google, because there are people making a fortune on Google. The thing is that now, as everybody knows, or most people know, that they're cracking down very, very severely and banning people's accounts all over the place and not even giving them an answer to the reason why. So today, also getting search engine traffic can cost you a fortune unless you've pretty much got like a PhD in SEO, or you go and pay somebody to go and run your SEO campaigns for you. But I want to share with you now the shift, the huge shift that has happened over the last 6 months. And it all started on April the 21st, and you're looking at an article from Fox News where Mark Zuckerberg confidently stood up and announced that they were going to launch the like button, and there were going to be a billion of these like buttons launched over the space of 24 to 48 hours. He was able to confidently say that, state such a thing because he knew, the major partners that he had on board that were going to go and launch this thing. Mark was very, very clever, and in his interview recently that he mentioned how he waited till it reached tipping point, and it's a very, very important thing to understand. We'll talk about that more in a minute and how that applies to you as well. He waited till it was at tipping point, he launched it, and it exploded. Okay, I want to share with you the results of what happened since then as a result of these like buttons. More than 1 million websites have integrated with the Facebook platform since then, and it's growing at an absolutely exponential rate of 10,000 websites integrating with Facebook every single